7,040 pounds Cherokee 32B, big old bunkhouse here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Very cool rear bunkhouse arrangement. If you want to see if we still have this in stock and available, there is a link in the video description for you folks just on YouTube. Right down there in the bottom of things it says check for price and availability. You're one click away from seeing if we have this in stock, what we're asking, some of the details and previous ownership history of it, all kinds of good stuff. Actually, the folks, this has been serving them well. The only reason they're trading this in is to get this big 34-foot triple slide Cougar beauty of a bunkhouse with an outside kitchen over here. Their Cherokee's been taking care of them just fine. It does a good job, and but they've got a lot of kids with more on the way. They needed more space, more comfort. They were upgrading amenities severely. They're going to be doing this a long time, so they said we can make a big serious investment. Whenever I see, I tell you what. You want to really learn something about somebody, watch their kids. They've got a lot of kids, but they're all real well-mannered. You know, they weren't having problems. They're not running around our showroom. They're not grabbing the brochures and flying them through the air. You see stuff like that sometimes, and that gives you an idea of what kind of people they are. These were really good people. Their kids listened. They were well-mannered. Actually, this RV came from Haylett's originally. There's the old Haylett sticker down there in the corner. That's got to be, you know, worth something there. Probably $4,000, but maybe not quite that much. This has a very cool L-shaped rear bunkhouse, and you can see that under the bunks there's full like L-shaped storage with easy access. There's also a full storage up front, so you've got front and rear outside storage bays, which is nice because you can keep like your your like sewer stuff separate from your campsite stuff and the kids stuff back here. One thing I do want to point out, if you've got sharp eyes, you're noticing no awning. The awning had been removed. I believe this was actually just parked at a site for a long time. It does not have towing stress miles on it, guys. This has just been in a park where it's been kept properly maintained. I can't find anything wrong with it. I mean, you have to understand, it's pre-owned, it's been used, it hasn't been abused, it's been used, but notice that like all your decals and everything are still in good shape. There's very little even signs of weathering on here. If you're just looking for a simple family bunkhouse, something that's not going to break the bank, but you know, you're like, I don't need brand new. That's who this is for. If you're a first timer, or if you're just trying to upgrade to something with a slide out or more sleeping space, this is a really good option for you right here. Now, as a Cherokee dealer, this is something that we're pretty familiar with, obviously, since we sold originally, but a 7-foot ceiling. That is exceptionally uncommon in the business, especially in this conventionally built class, meaning wood skeleton. It really opens it up in here. It also makes for a lot of extra headroom in the bunks. Now, it means we've got a nice, tall, comfortable slide out, too. The sofa can jackknife down into a sleeper. And again, they had a whole mess of kids come through here, but notice everything is not beat up, torn up, stained up. The corner edges of dinettes normally get worked over pretty hard. The seating in dinettes gets worked over pretty hard. This has been loved, okay? I mean, it wasn't just mom and dad. I mean, they taught their kids to respect everything specific. I mean, like I said, they were well-mannered, but even respect their investments. You know, this is something that the whole family got to enjoy, so the whole family respected. That should give you an idea what you're going to expect to see through the whole camper. It has been very used a lot, but really well kept. I love these little touches too. Cherokee did the little frosted glass Cherokee, you know, wolf with the moon background accents in there. I've always thought that was pretty cool. For privacy's sake, folks did a lot of these. They put in just some real simple pull drapes in here, but I tell you what, those, frankly, they don't look impressive, but they work so much better than like the metal mini blinds that are back here. They're darker, they're easier to clean, all kinds of good stuff. You can't break them, you know, it's just a piece of fabric, so you can smack it all you want, it's not going to get broken. Easy storage to the dinette bays down here, that's something that I like to look for. Anytime you can get storage, I mean, take it. There's no such thing as too much storage. This has a really cool split bathroom, which at a first glance, a lot of people are usually not too keen on, but when you understand why it's here, it makes a ton of sense. You figure, if you come back here in the bunkhouse, and we'll revisit the bunks in a minute, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're sleeping on the dinette and the sofa, 5, 6 plus mom and dad, that makes 7, 8 people easy in here before you have to get cute and cozy. Well, That's a lot of people to get ready for bed every night, and a lot of people to get around in the morning. So you can have one kid in here taking a shower, using the potty, whatever. You can have a different kid washing their hands for breakfast or dinner, brushing their teeth, whatever the case may be, and you can get everybody around twice as fast. Because the end of the night and in the morning, we're tired, we're rubbing the sleep out of our eyes, we're grouchy, we're cranky, we're not family friendly, man. Well, getting around twice as fast, it takes out a lot of that waiting time, you know? What was I doing here? I lost my train of thought for a second. Moving on, doesn't matter. Let's take a peek at the bathroom here real quick. We do have central air through the whole coach. We do have central heat. You can see the heat vents in the floor. So every room is comfortable. With that 7-foot ceiling, we're also getting an exceptionally tall shower that you're not going to bash your head on, which is a welcome thing. Now notice we have a private rear bunk room. We can shut the kids in here. This is an uncommon style of bunkhouse. I've always loved it though. The double L bunks. I don't know what else to call them. But if you've got only a couple kids, this is now an 8-foot long bed. Or you can have 4 normal sized bunks. So you can really customize this to however your family needs to sleep. Now across from that, we've got a big entertainment center with some really good storage for the kids. So on a rainy day, if a couple kids need to sit in here to kind of decompress or unwind, if we're not getting the space that we need, everyone has their own little spot. It doesn't look like they ever put a TV in here because none of this is scarred up. It looks like this was just all used for light general storage, because even the drawers aren't busted down like they packed too much into it, which I see in bunkhouses with large families. I've seen people do that, and it looks like the folks here knew what they were doing. They just really took care of this thing. Here's another thing I love about this floor plan. It's got a really aesthetically pleasing kitchen that's also very functional. The L-shaped peninsula kickout, it adds a ton of countertop space right here, and wherever you see countertop space, you get storage below it. Under the sink, big storage. Even under the oven, they added some storage. And this window right here, this is the window to your adventure, guys, because along with that skylight, it's letting in a lot of light right here, so the kitchen always feels large. You never feel cramped in. The little L peninsula, it allows the campsite cook to sort of like stand here without people bumping into them all the time, because you're zoned, you know, you're protected. Now, you can be cooking and prepping and all kinds of stuff, looking out under your awning and keeping an eye on the little ones as well. Plus, we've got a nice little jalousie window here for breeze. This was built before the day and age of flat screen TV, so it has a traditional deep entertainment center. That's a really space efficient design actually, because it allows them to put things like maybe a water heater or something down there behind that panel. Anyway, I don't see where they ever put a TV in here again. I don't really see signs of a use like that. Well, maybe a little. There's a little bit of sign right here, but nothing major. So they obviously, again, they didn't take the trailer down the road a lot though, so it didn't bounce around and get scraped up. Up here in the front master bedroom, we do have a pocket door for privacy. And you can see, because we're extra tall, we have extra large overhead storage and extra tall side wardrobes. That means that we can have some real nice side stands with power outlets for, your CPAP machines and stuff. And, I mean, even the original bedspread is still present and accounted for. This is a sharp little piece. They did a good job taking care of this. Like I said, whether it's your first time camping, or you're just upgrading to something with a slide out for the family in the bunkhouse, this is a really good opportunity. Simply because of age, the price on this is going to be incredible. And if you want to see what that price is and if we have it in stock, visit the link in the video description. It is one click away. You can visit HaylettRV. And by the way, we only do everything at HaylettRV. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, etc. Everything in between. Give us a call. If you don't have a vehicle that can tow this, we can deliver it to a site and park it, just like the previous folks had it parked down a site there. No big deal. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. Have a great time.